class. Can you now hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Please be careful. Do not touch my mic because otherwise opening and closing will keep on happening and you will not be able to get a proper knowledge of the subject. Okay. So please do not do anything which is not needed. Otherwise you will be the sufferer. I have no problems. Okay. So coming on to the chapter, what is government? We last time did what is the government and what are the works that it performs. So government is an organization which looks after the welfare of the people within the state and within the country. So right now we deal about the state government. That means the government which governs the state affairs. Central government works for the entire nation, works for the whole country. Now, what is the work that they do? So they look after of building of roads, schools, hospitals, etc. Then the commodities prices are controlled and checked by the government. It maintains law and order, controls crime rates. Then it also provides relief funds to the natural calamities that happen in a particular state. Then it controls railways and postal services, and it defends the national boundaries within the state and also outside the state, the national boundaries which are touching it. Okay, so all the international boundaries are, it's supposing the boundaries which are touched by maybe Pakistan, etc., is looked after by the central government, whereas the national boundaries, that means supposing you are living in UP, the boundaries which are touching, say, Himachal, say, Delhi, say, the other Andhra and other, sorry, yes, Madhya Pradesh, not Andhra Pradesh. So all these boundaries are checked and controlled and looked after by the government. Clear? We come on to the next page. Some rules and regulations have to be made by the government for various purposes. The government makes laws of its people for their progress, security, and safety. Now, these are the key words which you have to remember, that it is the work of the government to look after the security, the progress of the state, and its safety. It takes certain decisions and implements them for the people living in its territory. So the people living in that particular territory, whatever decisions are taken, it is looked after by the state government and implemented also by the government. Now we move on to organs of the government. There are three branches or organs of the government. They are called legislature, executive, and judiciary. As we have read above, the government to make laws. This is done by the legislature. Now, very factfully, government works on three organs. One is called legislature, the other is called the executive, and the third is called the judiciary. Now, legislature. The word legislature means law making body. All the law for a particular state are made by the legislature. Now, who all are there in the legislature? So, in the national, when we talk of the country as a whole, the laws are made in the parliament. Can you see the parliament house just below it? Now, this is the place where all the laws are made by the ruling government. Clear? And in the state level, that means every state who makes the laws, it is the legislature which is working in the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Have you seen the Vidhan Sabha of Lucknow? A lovely structure in Ganj, Ganj. So
पानी दो
there the
लीटर
laws
नीचे.
are made. Please close your mic, pani do and all that. Such disobedient children I have. Switch off your mics right now. 20 मिनट के क्लास में चुप नहीं बैठा जाता. Wasting time for no reason. Okay. So legislature word means law making body. Now, any law which is to be made has to be first made by the legislature. So the government works on three organizations: legislature, executive. So legislature is the place where the laws are made, or legislature is the law-making body. So the legislature consists of parliament at the national level and the legislative assemblies at the state level. So in the parliament, in the national level, that means in the center, the word let is done in the parliament. The law-making procedure is followed in the parliament. But at the state, the laws are made at which place? It is called legislative assembly. Please underline, the legislature consists of parliament at the national level and legislative assemblies at the state level. Now next we move on to the laws have to be implemented throughout the country. If the laws remain on paper only, no purpose is served. Those who break or violate got to be disciplined and punished. This is done by executive. It consists of Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers at the national level. At the state level, it consists of Chief Ministers and his Council of Ministers. The administration and the police staff at the national level and state level also forms the executive organ of the government. So just now we know that the law-making body was called legislature. वहाँ पे सारे कानून बन रहे हैं. All the laws are being made in legislature. Now बन गए भाई. But if they are not implemented, they are of no use. If I tell you that you should switch off your mic, now this is a law. So this I made on legislature. Now this is useless till it is implemented. Implemented means till it is followed. Executive is that body which helps you follow those laws, which sees that the laws that are made are followed. So executive checks and controls and makes it possible that you follow the laws. So whatever laws are made in the legislature, they are implemented in the executive. All these three terms are new to you. Legislature, executive, and judiciary. These terms are new to you. So you need to know. Legislature means law-making body where the laws are made. Executive means implementation of the laws. That means the body which makes sure that the laws are followed, is strictly implemented by everyone. Now here in this case, when we are talking of Skype, I made a law that you should switch off your mic. This is legislature. Now, I make sure whoever opens the mic, I shout at them, I check them, and I even remove them from the group. Now, this is the work of executive. That means I'm making sure that whatever law I have made is followed by each one of you. Now comes the third part, the judiciary. Just let me tell you one thing more. Executive, it consists of the Prime Minister at the center. When we are talking of the national level, the whole country means national level. So there, the head who looks after the law's implementation is the Prime Minister. And who's our Prime Minister right now? Mr. Narendra Modi. Now, in the state level, it is looked after by the Chief Minister and his Council of Ministers. That means his other subordinates. Then the police staff is also a part of the organization called executive, as it also keeps a check on law and order and sees that the laws are
Excuse me, ma'am.
properly followed. Now, coming to the third, there needs to be somebody to judge whether the accused person has actually violated or broken the law, the police may arrest an innocent.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Third organ, which looks after what happened, what messages are you sending me? Ma'am, your voice is not coming. Is the mic switched off?
Ma'am, your
Children,
voice
is
is
the
coming.
mic? Pardon? What happened? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
When I'm
Yes,
hardly
ma'am.
speaking. Okay. So we are talking of the third organ, that is the judiciary. Now, judiciary, as you all must be familiar, न्याय, किसको सही और गलत की punishment देना. So that means legislature makes the laws, executive sees that the laws are implemented. Now, judiciary keeps a check and punishes the defaulters. That means, supposing whatever law is made, if somebody likes it, they follow. If they do not like it, they break it. Now, when these people break it, they can't do it. That is the part when the judiciary comes in and it keeps a check and it punishes the lawbreakers. So the judiciary comes across with the concept that anyone who violates the laws, who breaks the laws, are to be punished, and it is the work of the judiciary to discharge justice. Now, the lines that I'm going to read now are very important. It's a part of your answer also, so please listen to it very carefully. It consists of, now they are talking of judiciary, the third organ. Now, third organ also has three parts. It consists of Supreme Court at the union or the national level. Now, the Supreme Court is the highest court of justice and it is situated in Delhi. Now, the Supreme Court is the place which is the highest court in a country. No other court is as big and as finally applicable as what is called Supreme Court. And as the word also tells you, supreme, that means surpassed. There's no other court higher than that. So it works at the national level. That means in whatever state, in whichever state you're living, supposing you're not happy with the judgment of that state's working, you can always file a fresh a court case in Supreme Court. So it is the highest court which is situated in Delhi and works at a national level. Then see, at the state level, the High Court functions. Now, every state has a High Court, every state. And basically, it is situated in the capital city. Now, let's talk of Lucknow. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the name of a state. And the chief minister, that means the main lawmaking body and law implementing body, the chief minister is Mr. Yogi Adityanath. Okay, you all must be knowing him. So, judiciary at the state level is looked after at a high court. Now, you all know that Lucknow has a high court. Now, at district level, we have district courts. Now, districts means every small town or a city, which is not a full-fledged, all-in-all city in itself, is called a district. And that district has district courts. So they are still lower than the high courts. Now, there is only one Supreme Court. There is only one Supreme Court in India located in Delhi. Every state has a high court. All districts of a state have district court each. So you all should know it now. The the judiciary works in 3 levels: the Supreme Court, below it, the high courts of various states, and then district courts are below high courts, which are in every district of the state. Clear? And there you see the picture of the High Court of India. Before we go on to the down portion levels of government, just quickly see this page. Children, you are supposed to draw these two charts, one given in green, the other given in pink. Now, the first one is telling you the 3 levels of the government at the national level, and the second one is showing you at the state level. And if you notice, both at the national level and the state level, they have 3 organs: the legislature. See, even the green has a legislature, the executive, the judiciary. And see here at the state level, it also has the same thing: the legislature, executive, and judiciary. Now, let's quickly see. In the center, at the national level, the legislature works under the parliament, and it has 2 houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and makes laws for the country. Let's see the legislature. At the state level has Vidhan Parishad and Vidhan Sabha. You all must have seen Lucknow's Vidhan Sabha. So these are the legislatures at the national level in green and state level in pink. Now coming to the executive. Now executive in the national level has the head, that is the president, the vice president, the prime minister, and the council of ministers. These are the people who see that the laws are implemented, and executives and executes the laws, administers the country. Now, at the state level, it is the governor and the chief minister and his council of ministers who see that the laws are implemented. Now, judiciary, that is the third organ. In the national level, it has Supreme Court, below it, high courts, below it, subordinate courts, that means the district courts, etc. They safeguard the constitution, interprets the laws, protects citizens' rights. Now, this was the national level. Now, coming to the state level, the judiciary has high courts and subordinate courts. These are the two maps which they've shown you: central, national level, that means covering the entire nation, irrespective of which state it is the problem is from. This map shows you the various states, where under each state you have the court, high courts, and then the district courts. I hope I'm clear till here. Now, these are the two pictures which you have to draw by all means. Now, before the class ends, should I quickly take the levels of government also just now? Let's do the levels of government also before we finish off. Okay, the government works at different levels: at the national level, at the state level, at the district level, at block level, and finally at the panchayat or municipality levels. Now, they are telling you that government works at all the levels, from for the national, for all over, throughout the country. The government which looks after is called the national level working. Then in various states, when the government is looking after the people's welfare, it is the state level. Then the state has number of big towns and cities. Those are looked after by the district level. Then each district has various blocks and wards. These are looked after by the block level. And then each block may be having small village or number of villages. And those are looked after by the panchayat or the municipality levels. Clear? So these are the different levels from higher to lower, they have told you. Now, the real head of the government at the national level is the Prime Minister. So who looks after the government at the national level? The Prime Minister. Then at the state level, it is looked after by the Chief Minister. The head of the district administration is the district collector or the district magistrate. Suna hoga na, the DM has ordered for holidays, DM has done this, DM has done that. So it is the district magistrate who looks after at the district level. Then the block development officer, BDO, please underline it. This could come as one word answer. The block development officer looks after the administration at the block level. Now, the various powers of the government are divided and listed in our constitution. Now, before we keep on talking about the constitution, what is constitution? Constitution kya hai bhai? Constitution is the place where the laws are written. It's a book. Basically, in India, we have it a constitutional book. It's a book written by B.R. Ambedkar, where Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has emphasized on the laws and the working of the laws, all minutest details, all various sections which are talked of and discussed, how the country is going to work. So it follows the set of laws, and those set of laws are written in a book called the Constitution of India. So, so now the government's work is that it looks after which laws are to be looked by the national level and which are to be looked by the state level. So Constitution has these powers. Now the list of powers and functions regarding the subjects on which only the national government can make laws is called the Union List. Now the whole country is working. So it is the national government, that means the one which is in the center. Now, whichever laws are to be made by the law, by the nation, and it is to be implemented by all the states, that comes under the Union List. That means, supposing Prime Minister Modi told every citizen of India that you should please stop this, you should follow equality. Now, the equality of all is followed all over India. It is not that only in particular state equality is followed, in the rest it is not. No, everywhere equality of men and women, rich and poor, everyone is treated equally. Now this is a law made by the Constitution, and this comes under National Union List. That means Union List is going to see that everywhere equality is followed. Then this list includes defense, railways, foreign relations, etc. Now, whatever changes are to be made in the railways, the foreign relations, and defense of the country, that means army, all these decisions are taken by the Union List. They are the ones who look after the working of these laws. Then comes the list of powers and functions pertaining to the state government is called the state list. Now, whatever is the work and responsibility of the state, it is looked after by the state government, and those powers come in the state list. Now, this includes laws and order, land reforms, excise tax, agriculture, health and sanitation, etc. So every state, supposing in a particular state there is to be a bridge is to be made. So now basically it is the work and law of the state government to look after and sanction the money for that bridge. So it comes under the state list program. Now comes the concurrent list. Now concurrent list is those set of deals where both the union and the state can make laws as the time needs. Now supposing there is a flood situation. So though it is a work of a state to look after the flood in its state, but then the state government, that means even the union list, can sanction money to the state government to work accordingly and keep a check on the flood. Flood means pani bhar jana, baadh aa jana. Okay. So concurrent list deals with those subjects which are controlled both by the state and the national list. That means it has those subjects which are looked after both by national government and the state government. So this list includes price control, education, etc. Is the judiciary independent of executive in our country? Yes, it is. How is the independence of judiciary ensured? Talk to your teacher and get his or her opinion. Now, judiciary is independent of legislature and executive and for any government which is ruling. It does not get influenced by the working of any government or power and position of any person. And that is why we have a free judiciary We stop here for today. I hope I'm clear till here. Children, are we clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the next class
Yes,
when we
ma'am.
meet,